everyone, and welcome to this week's Photosanity behind the scenes secrets to taking better photos of your kids and getting a handle on organizing, editing, and sharing too. I'm Alethea Cheng Fitzpatrick with Nesting NYC, and I help parents who want amazing photos of their kids taken for them or by them. I am here today to share the secret behind how I captured this photo of my oldest son Liam, aged 3.5. One common frustration I hear from parents all the time is that they always feel like they're missing the moment, and when they pull out their camera, their kids fall into cheesy poses or run away. So I want to share this secret with you so that you know how to avoid this problem. Today's behind the scenes secret is, when your kids are engrossed in something they love, you become invisible. So Liam is getting to that age where if he is busy playing, he seems to be completely unaware of my existence, even if I've yelled his name 5 times to try and get his attention. Now that can be really annoying, but it can also be used to your advantage in photography. In episode 2, I showed how Liam was engrossed in eating his lunch, and so my camera was invisible, but I was actively interacting with him from behind the camera. Today's example shows Liam engrossed with playing with his construction vehicles and not noticing me at all. So those of you who know me know that Liam, like any 3-year-old, 2 or 3-year-old, is completely obsessed with anything with wheels basically, but particularly diggers, dump trucks, skid steers. Like, I've had to learn all the terminology. So we love to go out. We go to the nearby Pratt campus and he gets out his toys and just jumps right into imaginative play, and really he couldn't care less whether I was there or not. So I started out, this was a couple months ago, I started out with a boring shot and a boring angle. I usually do this to check my settings and to just kind of get the lay of the land. And then because he was engrossed, I had plenty of time to adjust and play with my shooting angle. So I started shooting a little bit more from above, then I got allowed down a little lower, but then I got the bicycle rack in the distance. Now I could always have cropped this after the fact, but instead I chose to get closer, and I love the immediacy of this shot where it's hard to believe that he didn't notice or pay attention to my presence. And then I found an angle to show a little bit more of the ground and the surroundings, and then I got down really low to capture this shot with the blurred glass in the foreground. And what I love about shots like this is that it really gives the photo a feeling of intimacy and authenticity. It's like you're gaining a secret peek into a private and therefore completely natural moment. So that's this week's photo. And then, of course, he eventually looked up and around for me, and I was able to capture natural eye contact and a smile, which is always great. But in this case, this is actually my least favorite of the last few photos, as it's less true to the moment and what Liam was doing at the time. And by the way, when I say get down low, I mean really low. I'm literally like stomach down on the floor in the grass. And actually what was really one of the hardest things about being pregnant last year was not being able to get into these kinds of positions to photograph from. So that is this week's secret. When your kids are engrossed in something they love, you become invisible. So that lets you take the time to try different angles and compositions. You can shoot from their level and you can get really low to give your photos a feeling of intimacy and authenticity. And photos that show your kids doing something they love are often more true to the moment than those where they're smiling and looking at the camera. And one note here, I know that this does get harder as kids get older, but it does still work, and it even works on reluctant and self-conscious spouses, as I will show in a future episode. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please head over to Photosanity.com and sign up for free updates as well as my free video lesson with my top 5 tips on taking better photos of your kids and getting a handle on organizing, editing, and sharing too. And of course, if you have friends who would enjoy this video, don't forget to share it with them. Thanks.